Teddy Butler wants a girl. 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 Teddy Butler wants.
When I close my eyes and count to 3, I picture you here right next to me. Open your eyes and you will see it's as easy as ABC. Get in my car and we'll take a ride. The night will be perfect with you by my side. You're like the moon, pull me into the tide. I'll be honest with you, I've never lied.
Teddy Butler wants a girl. 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 Teddy Butler wants a
When I close my eyes and count to
Hey, Pally.
Today is Wednesday, April 24th, 2019, and INFocus starts right now.
News on the Rochester drug bust,
A fun, festive, upcoming Pally event.
and a look into a company that's been advertising locally.
All that and more is coming up on today's show.
Welcome to INFocus. I'm Sarah Nash.
And I'm Max Bonstetter.
There's a lot going on around campus.
Here are some important announcements from today's campus bulletin.
Change in Our Schools Week aims to bring the Pally community together through a variety of themes and events throughout this week. The themes for each day are up on the screen, and the quad will be full of activities as well as performances for students to enjoy. The Pally Choir Spring Concert is coming up later this month. It will be at 4 p.m. on April 28th. For more information, contact Senior Cameron Miller.
Next Friday is Pally World Fest. The ASB-hosted event will be filled with events that appreciate Pally and cultures from around the world. The event takes place May 3rd during lunch and flex on the quad, and free food and festivities will be available.
Moving on now from what's going on around campus to what's happening in the world and locally today.
Let's take a look at what's topping today's headlines in today's News Minute.
The World Health Organization announced Tuesday children in 3 African countries will receive the world's first malaria vaccine. According to the organization, clinical trials found the vaccine prevented approximately 4 in 10 cases. Malaria kills an estimated 435,000 people each year. Most of the deaths are in Africa. The WHO reports 1 child dies from it every 2 minutes. The parasitic disease is transmitted through mosquito bites, and some 360,000 children a year are slated to receive the vaccine. It comes in 4 doses. The last dose is given around the time the child turns 2 years old.
For the first time ever, a pharmaceutical company and 2 of its former executives are facing federal criminal charges in connection to an opioid case. Rochester Drug Cooperative in New York is accused of illegally distributing oxycodone and fentanyl and conspiring to defraud the DEA authorities, announced the charges Tuesday, calling the prosecution the first of its kind. Rochester Drug Cooperative has agreed to pay $20 million in fines over a 5-year period to settle the case.
And while many of us are anxiously preparing for the movie's release this week, the stars of Avengers Endgame made a permanent imprint on Hollywood. Not because of the movie's expected record sales, but by participating in a Tinseltown tradition, placing handprints in cement outside the iconic Chinese theater Tuesday. The ceremony followed the movie's red carpet premiere on Monday. The superhero flick hits theaters this Thursday, and analysts say it's on track to have the best box office opening in history. Well, while many of us are excited to watch the new movie, I know I am, for the Avengers, we can see that the Marvel franchise has come a really long way since their first release in 2008.
Very true, and there are many other franchises like Marvel who have also grown over the years. Our very own resident historian, Trey Bishoping, has more on a company more local to us in Silicon Valley.
What do you have for us today, Trey?
Well, guys, today in 1981, Apple released the Apple LLC, which is much different from the models we are used to these days. While many of us are familiar with the convenience of the MacBook Pro and Air, portable Apple computers were once super big and bulky. Apple introduced the Apple LLC, a portable machine designed to have the same operating capacity as the standard LLC model. The machine came with 128 kilobytes of RAM and a 5 1/4 inch floppy disk drive. That's a huge difference compared to the 8 gigabyte memory and touchboard display of the newest MacBook. Like Marvel, the Apple company has certainly come a long way, and we are all grateful for that. That's all for me. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Trey. Well, many students have noticed a swarm of college students offering free snacks and merch for a company called Joy Run.
Maddie Druker has more.
A new marketing campaign has sprung up here in Town & Country. It's for an app called Joy Run, which allows students to order ahead from restaurants such as Lulu's. I'm standing here where earlier today, Joy Run had a table set up offering snacks and toys for students who could prove that they had downloaded the app. Joy Run has been around since 2015, but in the past few weeks has started a promotion in Town & Country. Adam, a Joy Run intern who has been with the company for the past 3 years, explains why Town & Country was chosen as their newest expansion.
Actually, the perfect fit. So we see the Palo Alto culture at the Pali High School, and we see a ton of kids waiting in line. You have the kids like waiting for each other in line, and the CEO's son goes to school here, and he kind of gave us like the insider knowledge. So we decided to do a test, and we tested with Lulu's and Poke House.
After talking to multiple people about their opinions on Joy Run, it seemed that most people were happy with the app and that there is not much to complain about regarding the company's presence in Town & Country.
No, I don't see like any particular negative. Maybe that like kids are getting like annoyed by people pestering them, but like it's not like particularly obtrusive. They're not like slapping people's like phones under their hand like, have you installed Joy Run? Like, so I don't have a problem with it.
The app works similarly to DoorDash or Uber Eats, but differs in one fundamental way. Joy Run allows people who are already going somewhere to make some extra money by bringing back their friends' orders.
You can either ask on the app or you can order on someone else's run. So basically, if you were coming to Lulu's, you could post a run and other students can order with you, and you'd be able to charge a delivery fee like $1 or $2. Just bring them back. Be like, hey, I'll meet you guys at the Mac or the PIC or something like that.
Joy Run is proving to be a good option for those who are in a rush or who want to do more with their lunch hour. For INFocus, I'm Maddie Druker.
Thanks for that great story, Maddie.
While Joy Run employees have been working hard to recruit kids, the Pali sports teams have been working hard as well.
And Thayer Kacher is in the studio now with the latest in Pali sports news. Thayer, I heard we had a win last night.
Yep, that's right, Sarah. JV Baseball took down Cupertino in a close one, 3-2. Boys varsity volleyball plays ECP here at Pali at 6:45 p.m. That's all for me. Back to you.
Thanks, Thayer. Max, I know last week I was wishing for some warmer weather, but it's gotten pretty hot this week.
I feel you, Sarah. It's a huge change from last week. Our meteorologist Ingrid Paichow is in the studio now with today's weather report. Maybe she can let us know more about what to expect.
So Ingrid, how's the weather for the rest of the week looking?
Well, it's looking pretty hot, Sarah, not gonna lie. Now today in Palo Alto is 86 degrees outside right now. The high for today is gonna be 88 and the low is gonna be 54. Now looking at Thursday and Friday are pretty similar. The highs are gonna be 79 and lows of 52 for both days. Now looking at our 5cast, you can see that it's gonna be cloudy for most of the week. The highs are gonna be on the high 70s though, with the lows on the 80s and the lows on the 50s. For San Francisco and Oakland, you can see that the highs are going to be 79 and 84. While in Palo Alto and San Jose, you can see that in Palo Alto it's going to be 88 and San Jose it's going to be 91. That's all from me. Back to you in the studio.
Well, that does it for today's episode.
Be sure to visit our website to check out old episodes, check the bulletin, or to send us an email.
Until next time, have a great day, Pali.